Judah, how do you stay organized with all the different setups that might be moving in the market?
In the morning during pre-market, I'll go through this extended hours watch list that I have. It's a dynamic watch list, which pretty much just, has anything that is gapping up 7% and anything that has over a million volume traded. I'll go through it. I'll see, which stocks are gapping up, how the daily looks, if it's worth keeping on radar, if it's worth, totally ignoring. And I'll go to see why those things are moving and I'll add them in to the charts and annotate them. Those all get moved to this today, which is pretty much stocks that have been moving in pre-market and things to keep an eye on for like day one moves, whether it's an episodic pivot or, just to see like why certain things are moving on day one. Then throughout the day, I'm going through all these other scanners that I have here. A lot of them were taken from Kulamagi, some of them were taken from Stockbeast, some were on Twitter, some were, edited to my standards and my likings. But I basically go through these, and throughout the day, I'm constantly just scanning through these. I mean, you see how easy it is to go through like all these names. And over time, you acquire an eye for charts and like how things can move based on how it looks.
Judah, how often do you go through this process? Is this all just in the pre-market? And do you do any similar type of work at the end of the day when the market's closed and we're in after hours session?
Yeah, so this scanning is all done throughout the day. If I see something that I like, if it's set up and ready to go, I'll move that onto my watch list, which is pretty much setups that I think are near, a move, or I'll move them into one of these watch lists. The flag watch list is pretty much small priced or low price names that have made like these big moves for whatever reason. These are things I like to keep an eye on. There's also my favorites, which is, larger cap names and higher price stocks that have either broken out or setting up, whatever it may be. And then at the end of the day, I'll go back to the extended hours and I'll see what stocks are moving after hours. And I'll pretty much just take these out. I'll put these to where they need to go. I'll clear it and then I'll replace them with stocks that are moving after hours. So I'm prepared for the morning. And I'll basically stack up today after hours movers and then tomorrow morning's movers. And then before market open, I'll filter it out to whatever's holding up and whatever's important. To scan through stocks that, may be setting up in general, I'll go through these watch lists, which is pretty much the biggest 1 month gainers, 3 month gainers, 6 months gainers. And I'll just continuously go through these and see, if there's anything setting up. And I'll do the same. I'll put them either in the watch list or I'll just store them to look for later.
And Judah, since we were looking at charts, is it possible for the same chart to be beneficial for both intraday traders and swing traders as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a swing trader, you would want to see something that's getting very tight, breaking out of that range. And that's pretty much what we're looking for, how it's traded in the past, how does it usually move? Is it a clean trend? Is it a choppy chart? And that's what swing traders usually get out of it. How much overhead resistance there is, but the a different angle can be viewed from an intraday trader as well. Like as an intraday trader, you want to see, does the stock usually get sold off on day one? Like VS recently, that stock is always getting sold day one. And Envos used to be the same. And what you want to pretty much see in that case is a build over a few days, and then you take the breakout. But what you want to see is like how that stock has moved in the past, and you also want to use the daily to find key resistance and support levels. For swing trading, I mean, you just buy it and you write it up along moving average and you sell once it closes below the moving average. For for intraday trading, at least for me, I don't plan to swing that. I'm looking at the daily chart, seeing where resistance is, and that's where I start to sell some. So as a swing trader, you want to just see how the overall big picture looks. And as an intraday trader, you want to look at the daily chart to get an idea where a stock can potentially go and where it may have trouble.